Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura if you're new here, and today I'm talking about 2020 releases that you can read during Pride Month. Happy Pride! It's June, which means it's Pride Month, which is my favorite time of the year. Pride Month is such a fantastic, joyful time of year. I love being out and open and able to celebrate my gender and my sexuality and all of the different parts of me that just make me who I am, and I love seeing other people doing the same. There is nothing that brings me greater joy than seeing people be out and open and loud and proud. It's just so wonderful. But during this time, we often get lost in the parties and the celebrations that we tend to forget that Pride is inherently a protest. It began as a protest, it will always be a protest. Pride is a demand for basic human rights and for us to be able to live and to be free, and that's something that we should never ever forget. People died for these rights. People are still dying today for them, and we should never ever forget about those people. We should be talking about them all the time, especially the different communities within this community. And so today I want to talk about Black stories within our community for two reasons. One, because Pride was founded by a Black transgender woman. Without her and her bravery, we might not be where we are today. But I also wanted to highlight Black voices in light of everything that's happening in the US right now, not just the US, but also Canada as well, and all over the world. Black people have been mistreated for centuries. Right now, it is a revolution. They are fighting for their rights. They have been fighting for their rights. And I want to do any small thing that I can to contribute to that. And so today I have 7 books talking about Black stories within the LGBTQ+ community written by and about Black people. I know that reading fiction books about Black experiences is not going to do that much, so I do encourage everyone, myself included, to pick up some non-fiction books by and about the Black experience in America and all over the world. Learn about Black history, educate yourself, have difficult conversations with yourself and with your friends and your family, and most importantly, if you can, donate. I'll leave a link down below to a page of sites where you can sign petitions, you can donate, a whole bunch of stuff that would be very helpful and things that all of us can do. Even if you can't afford to donate, there are petitions to sign and stuff like that that's totally free, so definitely do so if you can. But without further ado, here are some 2020 releases that you can read during Pride Month. First up is Here For It, or How to Save Your Soul in America by R. Eric Thomas. This is a memoir by a gay Black man about growing up in suburban America. It's funny, it's joyful, and it sounds like a fantastic read. All of the reviews say that it is absolutely hilarious and just a really wonderful book to read, so I can't wait to read this one myself. And this was released on February 18th. Next up is A Phoenix First Must Burn, edited by Patrice Caldwell. This is a short story collection about Black girl magic, and it's described as 16 tales by best-selling and award-winning authors that explore the Black experience through fantasy, science fiction, and magic. I don't think every story in this collection is queer, but a few of them are for sure, but they all sound beautiful regardless, and this one came out on March 10th. Then we have Daylight by Roya Marsh. Daylight is a debut poetry collection about growing up Black and butch in America. In this book, Marsh talks about her sexual identity and the lack of acknowledgement received by her family during her childhood, and it's described as a protest to an absence of representation. This book came out on March 31st. Next up is All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson. This is a series of personal essays exploring gender identity, toxic masculinity, marginalization, and Black joy. This book is described as a testimony for young queer men of color, and it was released on April 28th. The next book is Meet Cute Club by Jack Harbon. I actually just finished this one and it was really good. This is an opposites attract romance about a man who runs a romance book club and the bookstore employee who makes fun of him for it. He eventually joins the book club and the two end up falling in love, and it's really cute. I loved this book and I definitely recommend it, and it came out on May 5th. Also on May 5th was Felix Ever After by Kacen Callender. It's about a transgender teenager who really wants to fall in love, but worries that being a Black, trans, and queer will make it difficult for him to find somebody. After somebody anonymously dead names him and posts pre-transition photos online, Felix wants to get revenge, and along the way ends up on a journey of self-discovery. The last book on this list is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is a YA contemporary about a girl who always believes she's too Black, too poor, and too awkward to shine. After her financial aid for college falls through, she decides her only option is to run for prom queen and get the scholarship that comes with it. but things get complicated when she meets her competitor and starts to fall in love with her. And this book was released on June 2nd. So those are all of the fantastic books that I have to talk about today. Originally, I did have a whole bunch of other books to talk about for this video. These are all queer books that have come out this year, and I'm sure at some point I will do a video about the rest of these books here, but for right now, we need to be highlighting Black voices and listening to our Black friends because they need to be heard right now. So again, while the books that I've talked about today are fantastic, I do encourage everybody to read nonfiction books. Those are the ones that are going to help all of us learn and educate ourselves and actually know how to help better, because all of us need to do a better job, especially in the LGBT community. We would not be where we are right now if it were not for the Black people who fought for us, and so now it's far past our turn to fight for them. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found some new books to add to your TBR. This is by no means a comprehensive list. There are a whole lot more out there that I encourage all of us to go and find and read and love, but for now that is all that I've got. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!